let's start with a round brush, the bigger round brush. And let's start with the brightest blue, which is this biggest pile. That's cobalt blue. And we're gonna slide it across the middle, fairly thick. The brightest blue, cobalt blue. You have one less what? Yeah.
We're using the big one.
Yeah. And let's spread that out. Yeah, about halfway. A little bit higher than halfway if let's start spreading it taller. Okay. Now, if you want, I'm going to add the in-between turquoise blue. I think they called it true blue under that. And you start just kind of blending them together, but keep the royal blue or the cobalt blue, and then we're more just putting the paint on. Oh, and bring the paint around the edges. Then that way you don't have to frame it. It can be just on display because you're bringing the color around to the sides. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. It's true blue. It's lighter than the kind of between turquoise and cobalt. This blue. Yeah, going down. You can still keep it a little bit thick because we're going to blend it a little more in a little bit. True blue, it's this one right here. And it's lighter than the cobalt blue, brighter or darker than the turquoise. Is everybody with me? Do I need to slow down?
Can I just recap it? So you did this
yeah. That now true blue. So sorry, I'm pointing, but you can't see it. Yeah, this blue here. Make sure you leave about a quarter of the bottom for the water. We'll do that after. Then once you get the true blue, you can get the turquoise and start blending turquoise into it. You don't have to clean your brush in between because we're kind of blending these together. Okay, watch me real quick. So I have my turquoise, I have my 3 colors down. Now I'm going to get a very soft big brush. We don't have a lot, but there are some in the middle of the table you may have to share. But use this to just kind of help you blend them together.
You're learning so much.
And you might want to, like I did the lightest one, now I'm going to kind of clean it off, and now I can start smoothing those out.
Look at that.
Except for I messed up.
Why?
Because I used the dark red.
You can't tell. I
You can't tell anymore.
You never watched Bob Ross as a kid.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love Bob Ross.
Happy Little Accident.
I say that a lot in the kitchen.
Happy Little
I say a lot of that when I look at my kids.
Happy Little Accident.
Caleb was actually the only planned one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, and I did get a roll of paper towels that are in front of the Pratts. If you need
I don't know the Gophers or just Holland.
paper towels. I would like some.
You would like.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Try and do it.
I don't know.
Okay. How are we? Everybody good? It's looking good. I'm seeing some beautiful skies.
I like it. Is it still supposed to be thick?
Now that we smoothed it out, you can make it thick, but it can be smoothed out. Either way, I have some thick areas and some thin areas, so I like that look, that feel. Yeah. It's okay. We can cover over it when we do the water if you went too low. I went pretty low. Okay, I'm gonna add more of this cobalt blue because I love it. On top of this, oh, are we ready to move on? Is anybody ready to move on? The brightest, the biggest pile of paint. Just that I want enough that I have to blend. Whoops, I got it wet. To blend in with my navy blue or my phthalo blue is our darkest. Yeah. Okay. Now, I better slow down.
Yeah, I keep thinking that and thinking you're looking a little shorter today. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's it.
Everything else is identical.
Okay, this darkest blue, the still bright but deep blue, is called phthalo blue. Is that? Do I need to slow down? Slow down.
That's it, that's all we do.
That, yeah. So far, so I'm just telling you this blue here. This.
So not the navy.
There's a navy, but to me it's kind of dull, and then there's this really bright. So I'm gonna put that along the top. What?
It looks almost black. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's definitely the darkest.
And that's
Yeah.
also-
But look how rich that is. Yeah, fill that in at the top. Yeah.
Are you going all the way down to your color or just the top?
Just the top for now, and then we'll spread it to get. Yeah, you could go down to the cobalt actually. I'll probably use mostly my big wide soft brush to do it. So you can do this one kind of thick, so we have paint to spread with the big wide fat soft brush. So I'm not too worried about smoothing it out. I'm just getting the paint down right now.
And my own artist.
I have never gotten rid of color.
Oh, yeah. Well, I really love it. Like when we saw this model, when we did it. So now instead of.
That's just remarkable.
Yeah, I know.
What, make him go with that chick.
I like him more.
That's good.
Yeah, right? That's what happy. Happy with that. Not a bit. He wasn't an accident, right?
Just everyone.
Now the kid. Not him.
I'll cut that part out of it.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's in my business.
But you did say they were happy.
They were happy.
I added a little more cobalt here because just make sure it's nice and thick.
She's added more cobalt beneath the
Phthalo, yes. Phthalo. Or is it Phthalo?
And she did add a little more cobalt here.
What we don't want is we don't want too stark of lines. So once you get the paint down, see how I kept it kind of thick? I don't know, can you see?
Yes.
I kept it kind of thick. Now I got my soft wide brush and now I'm gonna use that to blend those colors, spread them out. And start going up into the phthalo blue. Don't forget to fill in the top. You can probably see your top better than me. Better than I. Okay. So just kind of blend it until you're happy with how it smooths into each color. You want to avoid having stark lines between each color.
Trying to get rid of that one.
No, I'm not following you, Reggie.
She's like to do her own thing.
Yeah, last time you were supposed to draw a bird, remember?
I drew a bird.
I stole her idea and added the alphabet. Wow, my water's cold.
Does yours get hot?
What?
Does yours get one?
No.
Because mine doesn't.
No, it has to run for 15 minutes to even get lukewarm.
15 minutes, I'm like, this is still hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, and mine gets like boiling hot.
Really? How funny.
Mine does too. But we're right next to the water heater, so.
Yeah, well, the kitchen needs that.
Yeah, so we won't complain that you have hot.
By law.
Yeah,
the
I
kitchen
bet
has
so.
to have hot.
I bet we do have our water heaters.
Yeah, not even, I mean, I don't know about having their own water heaters, the problem but I do know like food safety laws require.
Yeah, he comes in and he takes the temperature of all the.
Okay, how's everybody doing? Are we ready to do the water level? Not yet.
Is it cold?
Before you guys leave, so I've got some cash.
Okay. Whatever works for you.
Okay, how many need more time? Okay.
Can't get it the way we want it. It has the lines.
You're like me, and then they'll keep going.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, so we could, I haven't decided if I'm gonna like this navy blue. We could do navy blue for the water or just the cobalt blue. In the picture, it's pretty bright, so maybe I'll be safe and just go with the cobalt blue. Do a line across. The bottom of the sky. So this will be a stark line.
Start line, everybody. This is the horizon. Start line.
Yes.
Say hi.
No, wait. No, you have. I like your energy. Okay. This transition is going to be a lot quicker from the cobalt to the true blue to the turquoise. So you can overlap them a lot quicker. You can't see my true blue as well. It looks dull on the screen.
More paper towels now?
I'm good, thank you.
Did you do this on your own once beforehand, just so you knew what directions to get?
I should have, but no, I didn't.
She's a real artiste, man. She doesn't do that. She just sees it.
That's kind of like, if I ever do directed drawing with my kids, I'll generally have drawn up monsters, so I kind of know like tips and tricks to give them along the way.
That's smart. The true blue one? Yeah. No, the in between. Now I'm about to do turquoise. So it's kind of like what we did, just quicker. Yes, Caribbean blue. Okay. Once you get the paint down, then you can get the smooth brush, soft, wide brush.
Does anyone need more? Children help me?
Okay, I have the paint thick, so now I'm gonna go over it and start blending this again. This one's okay to leave a little streaky because the water's gonna kind of makes waves and
So don't go all the way down the right.
You can. We're gonna cover it up with the black silhouette eventually, but no. If you don't want the silhouette of the ground there, then bring the paint all the way down. I think I can spread it. Thank you for noticing. Okay, is everybody with me?
I'm with you. Not caught up.
Okay. Okay, so I've decided I found a need for our dull navy blue here. So get a wide, make sure your brush is very dry, and get the wide brush and dip it in the navy blue. And then kind of make a crease across the top.
We're just thinking like a line on the top of it.
Yeah, and it does not have to be, you want it kind of broken up, you want it kind of fuzzy in parts, and because it's a crest of a wave. And then you're gonna add some other shadowy crests of a wave here and there. So you don't want a perfectly straight line. You want it a little bit, you know, some wide areas, some thin. Some long lines, some short lines.
They're just saying, all right? Come on, your work is crap. Yeah, you made me laugh. Sorry. I'm just kidding. Just a tall baby. I like it.
The thing about painting something random like this is you don't want them evenly spaced or perfectly, you know, separate from each other. You want some close together, some wide and fuzzy, some thin, some, you know, like kind of space them out random, a little more randomly.
No, and that's, I struggle with that sometimes too.
I want it to be
Yeah, especially things in nature are always very random, very staggered.
You bet.
Okay, now, is everybody, sorry, I'm rushing.
Does it look like we're telling you to judge you? Come
Okay, is everybody ready? Okay, now you can get, I'd mix a little bit of white into the, and let me turn this so you can see. a little bit of white into the Caribbean blue or the turquoise.
Highlights on the place, you know?
Yeah. So keep the brush pretty flat. You want kind of a clean edge, sharp edge, and you're just gonna brush it, kind of make the crest of the waves.
Sorry, I'm like.
And generally, I think the white would be over the dark shadows because they're the white caps and. Yeah, you could do that actually. That's a good idea. Get your little thin brushes, more pointed brushes, if you want really sharp ones. We could also make some a little watery. This area, let me show you. So I'm gonna get some watery white, and with one of my more rounded tips like this, like that. And now in the picture, there's a little bit. Ooh, no, not that bright. See how there's some kind of areas of white, but they're fuzzy. I can't point on the screen, but can you see in the picture how there's. So that went too dark, so now I'm just going to go over it and kind of pick some of it up. But all the strokes need to be going in the direction. Yeah, thank you, Christy. Thank you. All right. The important thing is not to overwork it too much. Painterly is what we call it when you can see the brush strokes. You can see the some of the streaks and stuff. I personally like that. If some areas are a little got too thick or bold, you can also take a dry brush across it and kind of thin some of it out.
We'll just cover that with the island.
Happy little trees. Happy little trees.
It does, doesn't it? I didn't think this pink smelled. What?
It's a hoax.
Okay.
Say you're doing it.
Okay, so now just kind of play with this till you're happy with it, but again, don't overwork the areas. It's okay to have it a little bit painterly. It's okay to have it a little bit, loose and imperfect. And then we're gonna get a toothbrush and splatter the stars. In this one, whoa, I just spilled my water. This one, it almost looks like there's a Milky Way. Okay, so to do the stars, in the reference it has almost a Milky Way line. So you're going to want to get a toothbrush, or you can use a stiff wide brush, but you want the bristles to be somewhat stiff, so that's why a toothbrush is great. So you get maybe a little water and white paint on your toothbrush, and in the reference it shows the stars. Whoa, I'm splashing. Shows the Milky Way coming across along here. So you're gonna want to angle. Let me do it so you can see where my hand is. Angle the toothbrush toward in the direction you're gonna do the stars, and
Does theirs have some light blue too?
their stars. They might, yeah, they do. So you could do some teal. So you want to kind of angle. And it might be a good idea if you don't have mats or paper to put paper around, cover things you don't want. Yeah, I think I'm going to try some teal too, Pratt.
Well, I wasn't going to, so you want to hold it. That's why the art room has hardcore. I wish our classrooms did too.
Could I get some turquoise? Yeah, I like that idea. It does look like there's a lot of teal along that area. If you don't want the stars to splatter in a certain area, you can cover it with paper or paper towel. Thank you.
It's all good.
The Caribbean blue or the turquoise. Yeah. Pratt noticed that in the reference it's pretty turquoise along that.
Mistakes were every good story always starts off with "Well, mistakes were made." I have lots of stars. I even have a couple of shooting stars.
Me too. So probably ideally we should have done the teal, the turquoise first and then the white. So if you want to do another layer of white after. But you don't have to do the turquoise stars either.
It tastes like it's disgusting. But then we've also got snow to deal with.
This is true. How are your blowers on the weather days outside? Is it pretty good?
Not too bad. They don't usually come straight here from recess.
Not yet.
Make sure you have clean water, clean brushes, clean paper towels. And now there's just a few of the stars that are twinkling. So you want a very fine brush, very tiny, and kind of spin it in the white paint and coming out. So maybe even get a little water. So it's a very fine tip. And you want to twist it so that it comes to the tiniest point. Mine's not really coming to the tiniest point. But now you pick one of the splatters and just draw a line coming up and a line coming to the side. And you want to pick up the brush as you pull it away from the center. There's one in the reference that's kind of more on the right side, and it's a little more watery white. Don't do that. Yeah, that one. I'm gonna turn mine around so I don't have to reach. This brush is not working well. Just try to get as thin a streaks coming away. You want it widest in the center and then kind of fade as it moves away. This is why good brushes are important. And then you can add, because the toothbrush does very fine little splatters, you can add some more dots of white, a little more purposely placed. Just remember, things in nature are more random, not evenly spaced there.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. My water dripped. Okay, is everybody done with their stars? Okay, if you're done with your stars, we're gonna take away the blue and white and we'll They pass out the glasses. Okay, you want to make sure this stage is as dry as it can be. I personally don't love the silhouette of the girl in our reference, so I took the liberty to find other references. So if you want to come and look and choose which one, we could even get white chalk, and color on the back and then trace it, or I'll just have you follow me, and I'm gonna do this silhouette because this is the one I like. But first we'll do the tree. So, but you can come take a minute and look, pick a silhouette that you might like. There's lots in here too, or there's the big ones.
We're recording again.
Okay, so, let me pull up the reference. Okay, so let's put some ground at the bottom. You could use one of the big round brushes. Where'd mine go? That's like this. Or for the ground, you could even use one of the wide ones to cover more. So in the reference, it's a hill up here, and then it slopes down and then across the water. And yeah, sorry. You're gonna want, hopefully your water's dry. I touched up my water, so I'm getting a little blue in it, but you'll want hopefully the background to be mostly dry before you start this. Don't forget to paint along the side and the bottom with the black. And it's not going to be perfectly straight. You're going to have little bumps and okay, everybody with me? Now where'd my round brush go? There it is. Okay, so I use the big wide flat brush for the ground. Now I'm getting the pointed round brush, and I'm gonna start my tree trunk. We're gonna get lots of paint in on the tip, and now we're gonna start to draw up and kind of curve around, looking at the reference. You want the branch to come over to the right. And kink and turn. And then eventually get really thin. No, sorry, I'm off the screen. And just kind of make it end thin. So now I'm gonna thicken at the bottom again, get it thicker. So your tree, you want it to get gradually smaller as you go up. So pretty wide trunk at the bottom. We're gonna have it split off up here. Then once you get the main branches, the bigger trunk and branches, then you'll start splitting off with smaller, thinner branches. You want to try to use the tip of the brush as much as possible. You want to make sure this branch is going to be big enough to be believable that you have a swing hanging from it. So get plenty of, maybe even add a little water to your brush. You want a nice tip. I'm going to show you how to do a branch coming off. So you want a nice tip, lots of paint, and then you press, and then as you pull away, you pick up your brush and pull away and pull up so that it leaves a nice sharp point. And the branches are going to be random again. You don't want them perfectly evenly spaced. You want to have some close together, some long, some short, some kinked. Now you just add little tiny twigs coming off the branches. Okay, is everybody pleased with the branches you have? You could get a tiny brush too to draw some of the little branches. if you don't trust the tip of the big round brush.
Exactly, you're not gonna use it.
Okay. How's everybody doing?
Yes, you did.
Okay. I'm making sure my branch is big enough and the trunk's wide enough so that I can do a swing. Person I've been swinging. So I made this a little short, so I added my branch. I don't know that I like it, but all right. I'm gonna start showing you leaves. So you can use the tip of this again, or a smaller round brush. I don't like this one, but I'll have to find one. And yet, to do a leaf, you kind of press and pick up, so you're kind of getting little oval shapes. Again, make them random. Some close, some far. Some in tight groups, some in loose groups, different sizes. Going different directions. In this case, it's okay to use a little bit drier. Let the branches, brush tip fray out a little bit, and then you can get, they don't have to be perfectly shaped. I kind of am turning my brush as I'm adding the dots. Yeah, just kind of adding leaves now to my branches and twigs.
That Christmas tree way.
I don't know if you can see this. See how I'm getting a little bit messy dots? That's okay, because that's what, yeah. So you don't need a perfect tip on your brush. Sometimes I do add a little bit, but sometimes I leave the brush a little dry and frayed too, so you get a variety of dots. This is a good chance to cover up any mistakes and make a few new ones. Exactly.
There's no such thing as mistake.
Happy little accident. Me?
My mom.
Okay, how's everybody doing on their leaves?
Tedious.
Yes.
Very tedious.
Just remember to have some dense groups, some sparsely filled in groups. It's very random. You don't want it to be too evenly spaced, too perfect. Because nature isn't like that. It's a good idea to step back from your painting sometimes
Squint.
and squint. It helps you see it in a different way than being right up close all the time. Okay, anybody ready? Done with their leaves and tree? Why? Okay. What? Okay, so if you listen up a sec, if you happen to have one of these fan brushes, you can get, you'd want them still to be somewhat dry, but you can get easy groups, so this would be a little less time consuming trying to paint the leaves. Do you see how just kind of, but you don't want too much paint on it. Want to keep it kind of dry.
Did you say you had that brushes left?
I have two. Emma has one and then this one. So let me, yes, you can. I'm not going to clean it since you're just going to be painting black with it too. So. Okay, here you go. So to put the figure in, you're going to want a very good brush with a good tip to do this, the rope of the string. I'm getting the tiniest, pointiest brush, and I'm twirling the brush in the paint to get a nice point, pulling away so it's making a nice point at the tip of the brush. Now you're gonna decide where the swing is coming down from the tree. And draw 2 lines, or unless it's a rope swing you want to do. Kind of determine where your person is going to be swinging. Yeah. You'd want to trace it, and then you could maybe put it on the glass and trace it the other side, and then you could flip it over. So if you draw the lines on the back, you know, either by Alright, so I have my strings drawn. I know about where my figure's going to be. I'm going to draw the seat of the swing. Now I'm going to get a little bit bigger brush, probably the rounded tip, but not too big. Am I okay to keep going, or is anybody needing me to slow down? Okay. Okay, whenever you have a figure, you just want, or anything you want to paint, you just need to break it down into simple shapes. Oh, good job. Very good. Way to go. Let's frame it. All right. Is anybody ready for me to start the figure or not yet? We got one ready? Pause it a sec. Okay. So I'm gonna start with the main body of the figure right in here. So it's kind of a, what would you say, a gourd shape sitting on the swing. Decide how tall you're gonna make it. We're gonna make a big circle at the bottom. And then a little bit narrower at the top. Do you see that? Are you with me? Kind of a squash shape, is that what we call it? Okay. Are we good to move on? Okay, now I'm gonna do the knees coming out away from the bottom of the gourd and have the skirt come down. Off the edge of the swing. Maybe I'm using the medium-sized round brush. Yeah. Okay. Now, are you ready for me, Kara? Now, oh, you've got the knee still. Okay, now I'm going to decide how far out I want to do the feet. According to this picture, you need to compare whenever you're drawing a reference. So the feet are about the length of the skirt from the knees down, and then the feet, so you know not to make your legs too long. So I'm going to do the 2 feet kind of overlapping. And then the legs going up under the skirt. That's the beautiful thing about silhouettes, is they're much more forgiving than. So I measured from the top of the knee. It's the angle of the camera is different than my angle, And so it's about that length from between the skirt and the legs. So you always look for a reference. What size wise, you know, to help you not make the legs too long or too short. I think I made my legs too thick, but it's okay. Okay, now we'll put the little oval on the, no, I watered it down too much, on the swing rope. So it's just a little oval about the size of her hand, and then it comes down and connects to her body. And then we'll add a little elbow off the back. I'm feeling like this, well, it's okay. I feel like my brush might be getting a little too big, so I might switch to a smaller round brush here in a sec, but I just put paint on it, so. Okay, now we'll do the shape of the head. Above the shoulders. And connect it with the smaller neck. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to a smaller round brush. If I have one. Now you can start adding a little bit of the details, like the nose shape, her lips, and chin. Yeah. And then added the neck. If you want to look at the picture of the reference up closer, I have copies up here to get the little details. And then just make sure it's filled in. In the reference, it has kind of some white across the ground and stuff, but I don't feel like that's necessary because silhouettes are completely dark, right? Sometimes you'll get light reflected, but I don't feel like that's necessary. If you want to, you can add some streaks in the ground, but other than that, you're done. And you can, don't forget to always sign your artwork in the bottom left in the black, you could paint maybe your name in blue or white, or in the across the water, you could paint with a really fine tip brush with black across the water wherever you
There's
want.
also a little bush in the bottom.
Oh yeah, where'd that go?
I don't even know that because I started painting that when I was waiting for my bottom.
Oh, that's yeah. This we could do practice more leaf drawing,
Because we love leaves.
right? And some of these leaves are a little bit longer streaks. That's a good balancing item, so all the weight isn't just on the left. You can adding this bush over here kind of add some balance. You can make some grass coming up, it looks like, along the edge. So I'm doing the bushes on the with long strokes, but it looks like there's some random dotted leaves or something floating around them too, so you can add some little leaves or flowers speckled around it. Okay, don't forget to sign your artwork.